Adam has been in the fitness industry for over 13 years, training and presenting all over the world. He can also eat an entire box of cereal in one sitting. Give it up for Adam!
I always like that entrance because it's like he can eat an entire box of cereal. He does not fuck around. All right, so by a show of hands, how many of you get nervous at the thought of or when performing the act of, it's always a great pause when you do that, public speaking? Something just as terrifying as bedbugs, would you say? In fact, 85% of Americans are reported to feel moderate to high anxiety level when having to speak publicly. And the worst kind of public speaking is unexpected speaking, isn't it?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. It's something that's gonna affect us all. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because for the last 10 years I've got to travel all over the world and speak in countries that don't even speak English. And I've gotten to work with people to help build their confidence and clarify their message so that way they can stand up on stage and deliver a clear message. Right? When you guys leave here tonight, every one of you will have to publicly speak at some point within the next 24 hours, whether that's a presentation at work, a conversation with your boss, or maybe an unexpected conversation. So right there, that's your first tool. It's called the why me, why this, why now. I shared with you why I feel credible to talk about this and why I'm passionate about it. The second tip is why this. I told you it's gonna affect each and every one of you when you leave here, and why now, right? It's gonna happen when you leave here. 85% of us will be affected by this. So where do I start? You simply start with that tool, the why me, why this, why now. The second is invitation over information. It's so much easier to have a conversation with somebody than it is to stand up and put on a presentation. So if you treat each presentation like it's a conversation with your friends, that doesn't terrify you, right? It will help reduce your anxiety level if you treat it just like we're talking back and forth. Give me a woo. And that's another power of the pause. So far we've covered why me, why this, why now. And the second tool you'll use is invitation over information. The third tool is backtracking. So you just saw it. You get the point, right? Backtracking helps clarify your message. So if I was to say, I covered this and then this, it's a way for me to help you cement the learning, and also I can check your learning. Is my content landing, or do I need to stay on the same point? You look nervous, I'm not gonna point the microphone at you again. Yeah, most scary part is the public speaking unexpectedly, right? So we call that circling back in meetings, and you can do that outside of a presentation when you're one-on-one with somebody. This is a great way to understand, are they listening to me? Do they hear my point? And vice versa. What the fuck is my third tool. What the fuck was I just thinking? What the fuck was I going to say? Have you had that moment before when you walked in to a room and you're like, wait a minute, why am I walking in the room? And then I realized I was in the kitchen and I was getting cereal. But the what the fuck tool, if you repeat what you just said. So if you repeat what you just said, it often helps you get back on track. Rather than thinking, what was I going to say? Simply repeat what you just said, and you're more likely to get back on track. So we've got the why me, why this, why now. We've got the backtracking, and we've got the what the fuck was I thinking or saying. And these three tools can help create more clarity in your presentation, whether it's one-on-one or in front of a group of people. It can help build your confidence and also reduce your anxiety level. And that would be how I would invite you guys and end my presentation with, next year, what's holding you back and what's stopping you from standing up here? Think about that. What's holding you back and what's stopping you from trying something new, trying something scary, public speaking, even though it's one of the most scariest things. This could be you guys next year, and so I'd invite you. All you gotta do is Tell somebody who you are, why you want to talk about what you talk about, why it's important to them. Then you simply create a conversation. Then you talk about what you just talked about. And if you have a what the fuck was I thinking, you just have a good laugh. Thank you.